What's going on, traders? In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the number one thing that you need to be doing before you even put a single dollar into these markets, and that is crafting your trading plan. Your trading plan is your business plan. Trading is a business, and you need to look at it that way. If you're not coming at it with a set of rules, then you just might as well go to the casino and go throw your money on red or black. All right? So these rules are not always set in stone. You don't have to worry about, what you're going to be doing 10 years down the line. Okay. This can be modified as you go along once you figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Everybody's different. And that's what is so amazing about trading, is that it's a very dynamic business. So you can pick what works for you. Okay. But I'm going to be telling you today the things that you really need to be thinking about and considering when crafting your trading plan. So stick around until after the intro. All right, guys. So the number one thing that you really need to be thinking about when crafting your trading plan is your goals. What are you wanting to get out of trading? Okay. So are you wanting to, put some extra money from your paycheck in and try to flip it up to, go on vacation or buy something that you want? Or are you trying to put away for a nest egg for your family? Or are you trying to be like me and a day trader and coming at this, trying to create a business out of it? You need to be thinking about your bigger goals as well as smaller daily, weekly, attainable goals. I personally have daily goals where I'm wanting to be, that day. I want to be able to attain goals for myself. So setting a daily income goal, setting a weekly income goal, setting yearly, where you want to be a year down the road, 5 years down the road, but start small, start frequent, and it helps you attain those goals so that it keeps you motivated to keep going. All right. So number two, the thing that you really need to be thinking about, kind of along with your goals, is your risk tolerance. Okay. So your risk tolerance is how much you're willing to lose. Okay. For me, I have daily stops. So if I lose a certain amount of my account each day, I'm done for that day. I have to replenish it from somewhere else, and then I start again the next day. Okay. Because that's just part of my trading plan. I have a baseline amount in my account that I trade up every day. And then those profits I take out for the day, and I go back to the baseline. If I lose a certain amount below the baseline, I'm done for the day. And I got to pull it in from profits from the day before, or my, another savings account that I have, whatever it is, I have to make it back up. That's just part of my plan. Okay. So you need to be thinking about your risk tolerance. Capital preservation is everything in this game. We're here to make money, not lose money. So you need to figure out how much you're willing to lose per day, per trade, whatever it is that you set for yourself. Because again, this is your dynamic trading plan. Okay. Trading is extremely dynamic, so you need to be as well. Okay. Nothing is going to remain static. All right. So based on that, you need to set realistic expectations for yourself. Okay. Trading is not a get rich quick scheme at all. So you need to set realistic goals. When I first got started with a small amount of money, my daily goals were, $50 a day. I'm now up to, I want to make $100 a day in trading. If I can make $100 a day, then I have met my daily goal. Okay. So, and then once you build yourself up, then you can make bigger goals. Okay. I'm not greedy. I'm doing this as a daily income. I have other things that I want to do as well. I have a homestead farm that I'm trying to build. I've got 3D printers coming, so I'm going to be wanting to learn how to do, some 3D printing. I mine cryptocurrency. I create, crypto related content as well as trading content. So I got a lot of other things that I'm doing. So if I can set a nice daily income goal for myself with trading, then, and if I make that, then I'm done for the day. And I'm going along, living life, doing things that I want to do. All right. So, but you have to set realistic expectations. If you think you're going to come in right off the bat making $1,000 a day, you're going to really be disappointed. Okay. So make sure that you set small, attainable goals and expectations for yourself. All right. So after you have come to that conclusion that you are going to be setting these rules, you know your risk tolerance, and you're setting some realistic expectations, then you can start thinking about building your trading strategy. How are you going to come at this market? Putting your solid foundations in place. All right. And this comes with market research, learning how price action works, learning the charts. I highly recommend, especially to beginning traders and even just intermediate traders, focus on one or two assets to get yourself going. Become an expert at trading those assets before you start adding in more things to trade, because that's just adding in more complications on yourself. So especially in the beginning, make it as simple on yourself as possible. Learn to trade one strategy, one asset, and get really freaking good at it. Okay. If you need to make more money, then add in an extra strategy for the one asset, or maybe add in one other asset that you can focus on. Okay. So, all right. You can look at trading Apple and Microsoft, two competing companies, but it's one industry that you really kind of have to look at. You can look at the different investor platforms. You can look at their earnings. You can look at all that kind of stuff and really focus just on two assets. If you're in the crypto world, just focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Trade those two assets just to kind of get yourself going so that you can learn how things work on those assets. You can just pay attention to the news, any kind of, fundamentals, any kind of market related anything. You're just focused in on a couple of assets. Get really good at that before you start adding in more and more. Okay. Same thing with charts. Learn to trade with just one indicator. Learn to trade with volume and price action. Then add in things like the RSI, the MACD, or the logical trading indicator, which today's episode happens to be sponsored by. I sponsor everything here, on the Logical Trading Academy, but we just released the Logical Trading Indicator Pro version. This is version 2.2 that came out. I added some cool new features, multiple take profits. We got some new awesome visual things happening with the long period moving average so that you can really, visually see trends as they're coming along. So added some really cool features. It's an awesome all-in-one kind of indicator. So go check out the Logical Trading Indicator Pro on the logicaltrading.academy. Or you know what? I have a free version. The Logical Trading Indicator version 1 is free on TradingView as a community script. So go check that out. Links for all that kind of stuff is always down in the description. So you can go and click on it there. So, but back to your trading plan. Keep it simple at first. Okay. So that's kind of, part of building your strategy. Trying to keep it simple, get really good at what you're doing, and then you can add more to yourself later on down the line. Okay. If you're wanting to focus on trading, and I look at, trading spot first, just learning how to trade the asset itself, go buy you some, Bitcoin, or go buy you some shares of stock, hold it, let it go up and sell it. Don't worry about short selling or options or anything like that at first. You just get good at buying and selling the asset so that you get a good feel of the markets. Okay, that's a whole part of being realistic with everything. You can't jump in, get into the advanced stuff right off the bat just because you watched one YouTube video on it. It just doesn't work that way. All right, so the next thing you need to be thinking about is accountability, keeping a trading journal. Okay, so this needs to be one of those things that you set in your plan is after every trade, you journal that trade. You write down your entry points, your exit points, your profit and loss on it. I like to put what I was feeling when I started the trade, any notes for myself. Like the other day, I made a trade that I knew I was wrong as soon as I hit the button. And it was an impulsive mood. And guess what happened? I got stopped out on it. I was wrong. But I had a stop loss that I set for myself. So I have that risk management plan in place to save my capital. I ended up making it back in the next trade because I followed the rules for my next trade. But what did I do? I went back afterwards and I journaled all that so that I can go back and study my moves and study what I did wrong so that I can get better every time. Okay. So you're never going to arrive in this space. Okay. It doesn't matter if you've been trading 30, 40 years of your life, you're never going to be the best. There can always be somebody better than you. And that's what's great about trading is it challenges you to be the best version of yourself. Okay. So that kind of leads into the next step is continuous learning. Okay. So after you've, journaled, you need to really kind of keep going and learning more about the assets that you're trading, learning more about the markets. Bring in some, if you're ready, bring in some extra assets so that you're learning about those. Learn some different strategies and techniques, that you can take that you might find better than what you're doing. If you're a swing trader and you're really kind of like wanting to focus more on trading, you might want to sit down and get into some day trades, learn how to scalp, things like that. You can still set your long swing trades for particular assets, but then come in and maybe, day trade something else, day trade some Bitcoin or something like that while you're, buying and you're swing trading your Apple stock or something, just throwing examples out there, planting seeds. That's what I do here, excuse me. So crafting your trading plan is really essential to your journey. And I really want you to put a lot of thought and a lot of focus around that. It's going to really help you, tap into yourself, learning about yourself, learning about your risk tolerances, learning what you want out of life and what you're capable of doing. Because everybody can do this. Anybody can be a trader. I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it too. I even wrote a book on it. I'm creating these videos for you to let you know anybody can do this with the right mindset and the right education. So I want you to get out there, get your trading plan started so that you can trade logically. I hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace out.